Hey everybody, it's Mike Watson here. Got a great story for you. A couple of years ago, I went into my regional bank that I worked with all of my businesses, my banking, my credit lines, the portfolio things, the assets, everything that I was doing at the time. And I sat down with one of their bankers. Now, this was a banker that specialized in higher dollar volume clients like myself at the time. So I sat down with him, and after a minute, I recognized him. I said, "Don't we know each other?" And he said, "Yeah, I think we do." We traced back. We had known each other for about 15 years. And I said, "What have you been up to?" He said, "Well, I came in and started here at the bank as a teller, and over the last 15 years, I've worked up into private banking." And I said, "Well, you must have the coolest job in the universe." And he goes, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And I said, "Well, you get to sit here with all the guys that come through, the high dollar volume clients, the guys that come through with the businesses and the ideas and the success, and the guys that are pushing all the money through the accounts." He goes, "Yeah, that's right. It is pretty cool." And I said, "They must take good care of you if you're meeting with clients like that." And he goes, "Well, really, it's not that great of a job." And I said, "Well, I hope I don't offend you, but can I ask you a really personal question?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "How do you sit there?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "If I were in your position, that desk that you're sitting at would look an awful lot like a cage. If I had to deal with guys every single day that were putting big bucks together, great businesses, high dollar volumes in their accounts, and you got to see their business plans, their marketing plans, and all the results and meet with those guys on a regular basis, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't sit there anymore." I said, "How do you sit there?" And he said an answer that hit me like a brick. He said, "Mike, I don't have any risk capital." And I thought to myself, you don't have any risk capital? Do you think all of these guys got to where they were at because they had a bunch of money laying around and they said, "Hey, let's go start a business"? And I said to him at that point, "It's all risk capital." And I came up with a saying at that point that I have loved ever since, and it goes something like this: if you're unwilling to risk what you have, you're willing to risk all that you can become. And by sitting there in that desk, he had all these ideas, and he was a sharp guy too. Educated, sharp guy, and he didn't have the guts to get up and go out and make a fortune or follow his life's dreams, whatever those things might have been. So I checked back a couple of years later, and sure enough, he was still sitting there in that same job. And I wanted to say that today because I tell you, when he told me his answer, he didn't have any risk capital, I wanted to say to him, get up out of this desk and go do something. He was clearly unhappy. I wasn't trying to judge him. Clearly unhappy, clearly educated enough and solid enough guy to do a lot of the things that he was getting to see on a daily basis, but he didn't have the guts to do it. Now, I'm involved in a business that's absolutely fantastic. It's called Wealth Follows Worth. And what that basically means is you have to create an intrinsic worth in yourself, a core, a foundational core that is so powerful, so strong, and so clear in what you want in your life that you have no choice but to go pursue it and be successful with it. So what happens is as we change our worth inside, the wealth appears around us. And it's not just financial wealth I'm talking about, that, even though that's a key part of this. These are vibrant health, great relationships, divine sense of worth in your lives, your family, your communities, and also financial wealth as well. So what I wanted to say today is, guys, get up. Get up. Henry David Thoreau said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." If that's you, I want to say something to you. Get up. Get up. There's a better life out there for you. There's a better way to live. Get up. You can do this. Get to our Facebook page, Wealth Follows Worth, and you'll see an opportunity to go to an upcoming event for free. We're having a free event called I Am the Empire. I Am the Empire. It'll show you how to harvest that divine seed in you, that excitement, that enthusiasm, and get up wherever it is in your life, whether it be relationships, any of those things. You'll get up and go be successful. See you on the other side.